Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about this what is crash loop back off and what could be the reason behind it and how you can simulate it and troubleshoot it. Okay, so if you're a beginner and if you have not worked in any environment, so this video is for you. Okay, so let's start with the crash loop back off. Okay, what it is, so basically it's an error which you see when your container, okay, so container try crashes and Kubernetes try to restart it again and again. Okay, so why this container crashes, so this is one thing, but before that I want to tell you one concept, like how Kubernetes restart and why it restart basically. So Kubernetes works on the principle of reconciliation. Okay, desired state, okay, and then reconciliation. Okay, so with this what happens basically, so suppose you have made a request for create one replica or one pod. Okay, this is your desired state and the actual state is it's showing the error. Okay, so what Kubernetes do, it looks for the desired state, like desired state is pod should be running, but actual state is error. So in that case Kubernetes try to achieve the desired state, and because of that region it goes for the restart of your pod or container. Okay, so this is the one concept which you should remember always. And also one thing you should know, when Kubernetes restart, it's not like at every second it's going for restart. So there is some delay, that is the back off period we say. Okay, so suppose the one first time when Kubernetes restarted, so it after that it will wait for some 10 seconds, then it could wait for some 20 seconds after the next restart, and after that second restart it could wait for 30 seconds, so it can go up to some 300 seconds. Okay, so this is also one thing you should remember. So now we are moving to the part where you should know the reason behind it, why this happens. So there could be the multiple reasons. So very first and basic reason I will tell you, and also the same thing we are going to simulate, like environment variable missing. Okay, so if your container needs that environment variable and that is not present, you have not set, so in that case your pod will crash. Second could be your request and limit bad configuration. So that means like if your pod requests for 500 MB of memory and the limit you have set for 200, so that is a bad configuration. So that could be also one reason. Or also if you have set everything fine, but your app needs more memory than you're requesting and it's crossing your limit, so that also one reason. Third could be like whenever you create your Docker image and you give this command or entry point, so whatever commands you pass there, if that doesn't exist or if that doesn't work, so that could be also one reason for restart. Okay, and also one thing what I will tell you is that while troubleshooting, okay, that we'll discuss while troubleshooting. So now let's simulate the issue. So here I'm using this mini cube. Okay, so if you have also mini cube setup you can do it, or any setup you can just do this one. This is very easy thing which you can do. So here I'm using this deployment and replica I've set as one. Then image I'm using this nginx, but the main thing which I have done here is I'm using this commands and arguments. In arguments I'm checking whether this database URL is present or not. If it is not present, I'm just doing exit one. Okay, so now it's time to apply this one. So let's do kubectl apply -f dev.yaml. Now you have to do kubectl get pods -w. If you will do, it will show you like what's actually happening. So it's going for connect creating, then it got an error. Now you will see this crash loop back off. Okay, so this is the first time it restarted. Now you will see the delay between the second restart and the third restart. Okay, so for that we'll just wait for some few seconds. So okay, till then I'll just open up the another terminal here. And okay, so here you can see the next restart happened after almost 20 seconds. Now third you will see after some 40 seconds or something. Okay, so just we'll wait for that. And in Kubernetes, like we see basically some of the codes actually. So you have different codes like zero, we have that I will show you where to see. So we just wait for the third restart. It will take some time, I think. So 20 seconds is for the second, third will be around 30. Okay, you can see the difference here is almost 30 seconds. Okay, so you can see in it's waiting this much of time after each restart. Okay, so now let's do control C and let's start the troubleshooting part. So the very first command which you should run is kubectl get pods to see what other pods are there. From here you will get the pod name, then you have to do kubectl logs and then the pod name. So here you can see I'm printing this one database URL not set, that's why you were seeing this one. But in production environment we basically use the previous. So previous also if you do, so it will show when the last time the container ran, so what was the log that time. So this is one thing, you should always use this hyphen previous. Then the next thing you should see describe, you should do the describe pod and the pod name. So here you should look for this thing state. So state is terminated reason and the exit code. Okay, so exit code means like here you get some 4 5 exit codes. The very first is I will tell you that is 0, that means success and should not crash loop back. Okay, then one you have that is basically app error, and then you have 137 when you get that is the om killed. Then you have 139 for sec fault, and then 143 for sec termination, that is the graceful kill. So these are some of the exit codes you should just remember. And then you should look for these events and all what's currently happening in this event section. So most of the time you get from logs itself what is happening, and also you will understand from here as well state like reason you can see. So in reason if it is because of memory, then it will show like om killed. If it is image, then it will show image pullback something here. So in this way you should do the troubleshooting. Okay, so now if I have to just fix this one, so what I'm going to do, I will basically add that environment variable. Okay, so for that let me just clear the screen, and let me just do vi deb.yaml, and we will add that environment here. So you can just do env, and then name was this one, database url, and the value I will give anything for now, postgres. Okay, just save it, and again let's do, now let's do get pods. So you can see, wait, so now you can see it's in the running state. Now if I do kubectl log something, so it will show me app started. So in this way you should go for the troubleshooting, okay, in any environment. And this is the one use case of like not getting environment variable. So I hope you liked it, and if you have any queries you can just ask in the comment section, and if you liked it, so please share with other friends as well. So that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching.